Fado is one of the most emotional and moving genres of music, but not many people outside of Portugal have heard it before. I am a vocal coach and I am going to reveal the Fado techniques behind all those layers of emotion while listening to one of the greatest Fado singers of all time, Mariza. And turn on the captions, the lyrics are important in this one.
As coisas vulgares que há na vida,
That tone.
não deixam saudade. Só as lembranças que doem ou fazem sorrir.
Oh, so interesting. Sends a shiver down your spine.
Há gente que fica na história da história da gente e outras de quem nem o nome lembramos ouvir.
Wow. You can hear that Fado isn't just a song style or just even a tradition. It is an emotional language, and part of the reason that Mariza is so good at carrying that emotional language is because of the intensity of her tone.
As coisas vulgares que há na vida.
She also does something that's quite unusual for singers. She doesn't open her mouth on all of the notes and sings through her teeth. When we change the shape of our mouth, we change the tone of the sound, and this literally means that humans can hear a smile. I love that.
Ou fazem sorrir.
But later she keeps the mouth closed for a completely different reason. Another time that we might keep our mouth closed and communicate through our teeth with that wide mouth is when we're holding something back like this. And this time we can feel the sadness.
Lembramos ouvir.
This is just one of many techniques that Mariza is using to help the audience feel every single word, including some specific Fado techniques. Let's listen on.
Da história da gente e outras de quem nem o nome lembramos ouvir.
So interesting.
São emoções que dão vida à saudade que trago. Aquelas que tive
That guitar is important.
e acabei por perder. Há dias que marcam e a vida da gente e aquele em que tu me deixaste não posso esquecer.
Every single line is constructed to help us feel the emotion. There is this special word in Portuguese called saudade, and there's no exact equivalent in English, but it means something like a melancholic longing for a person or a thing that is absent. And a lot of Fado is rooted in that feeling. Portuguese speakers out there, how would you explain saudade to someone who has never experienced this feeling before or doesn't understand the word? She adds this technique that vocal coaches call sob. You can find it by making the noise of a puppy crying. It's that sort of feeling, and it gives this oozy sort of sound.
A saudade que trago.
She is painting with emotion, but there is more to it than that. She moves her voice in a way that is really specific to Fado tradition. I love that line so much.
E a vida da gente e aquele em que tu me deixaste.
Listen to those little
Não posso esquecer.
those fast-moving phrases.
A chuva molhava meu rosto, gelado e cansado.
Like that.
As ruas que a cidade tinha, já eu percorrera. Ai, meu choro de moça perdida.
Yes.
Gritava a cidade que o fogo do amor sob a chuva em instantes morrera.
Oh, yes, you just don't have to speak Portuguese to feel the emotion in this section. Part of what makes it work so well is she's using lots of these fast-moving phrases.
Amor sob a chuva em instantes.
In pop or in gospel or in R&B, we might use a riff or a run, and they're equally as fast, but they often are a moment of release or even just a moment to show off. But in Fado, it works a little bit differently. The ornaments are much smaller and more emotional and tied to the lyrics.
As ruas que a cidade tinha, já eu percorrera.
And because of this, the timing matters as much as the pitch. She's using a technique that we call rubato. It's used a lot in Fado music, and it's where she's subtly robbing time from certain notes by slowing it down and paying it back later in the phrase by speeding it up.
Ai, meu choro de moça perdida.
It is the essential Fado contradiction. It has to be precise but full of abandon. This is so hard to do, and Mariza is so amazing. I would love to know some more great Fado singers, so please give me some recommendations down in the comments. But these are all the tricks that she does when she sings. What you might not have noticed is some of the deepest emotional moments are happening when she isn't singing.
E o fogo do amor sob a chuva em instantes morrera. A chuva ouviu e calou meu segredo à cidade. E eis que ela bate no vidro, trazendo a saudade.
She's so captivating. Ooh. And so is he.
A chuva molhava meu rosto, gelado e cansado. As ruas que a cidade tinha, já eu percorrera. Ai, meu choro de moça perdida, gritava a cidade que o fogo do amor sob a chuva em instantes morrera. A chuva ouviu e calou.
So we heard a little instrumental break there, and there was a man playing a guitar. This is the Portuguese guitar, and it is one of the signature sounds of Fado. They have different heads on them dependent on what city they're from. So this one has a scroll on the top, which means it's from Lisbon. This brings us to another important part of Fado singing, the pauses. The silence before and after a phrase can be just as devastating as the phrase itself, and you can see in her eyes how she just lives in that silence, lives in the emotion of it, and it leaves us feeling like the emotion is hanging in the air.
E acabei por perder.
It's also unusual because she's splitting up phrases and sentences, and this is something that classical singing often guards against. But I like it because it's like how we stop and we think and we feel emotion in the middle of sentences when we're speaking naturally. It also means that when you do have a big long phrase, it hits even harder and feels like this uncontrollable outpouring of emotion. This final section is so emotional, and she's not closing her mouth like she did at the start. She's keeping it open, letting that emotion flow. So as you listen, pay attention to all those beautiful fado techniques we've learned about as you hear that emotion pour out.
Nas ruas que a cidade tinha, já eu percorrera. Em meu choro de moça perdida, gritava a cidade que o fogo do amor sob a chuva em instantes morrera. A chuva ouviu e calou meu segredo. Cidade, e eis que ela bate no vidro, trazendo a saudade. E eis que ela bate no vidro, trazendo a saudade.
Oh, she ends on Saudade, I think. Oh. Wow, what a voice. She does not just perform emotion, she lets it hang in the air and become something we can feel, even if you don't speak Portuguese. If you think Fado should be more appreciated across the globe, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you like this, here are some previous analysis, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!